What's happening, guys? I am back. Now, today is a very, very important episode, I feel, in how our environment affects us. Affects us as dyslexics, whether we can conquer dyslexia or not conquer dyslexia. Guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it. Please comment. Please help promote it so other people can listen to it and it can impact more people. Take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
So the big question is this: how can dyslexics like us create a place, a community, a tribe where people at any stage of life can come and solve any challenge, amplify their strengths, and ultimately help them become who they were meant to be, or in other words, conquer their dyslexia? That is the question, and this show is the answer. My name's Theo Goff, and welcome to the Conquering Dyslexia podcast.
What's happening, guys? I hope we're doing alright, and today's episode might be sound a little weird because I'm in my car at the moment. Let me know if it sounds better. I'll do them more in my car. But at the moment, I'm in the car at the break at my work, and the reason why I'm doing this here now is because over the last year, it's funny how over the last few days, things have been a little inconsistent. I've been procrastinating far too much and things have got to me. And the reason why I'm making this video now, the reason why I think it'll be so helpful for other people is understanding how environment affects us. Especially, I think, the people whose brains is neurodiverse, thinking different, especially like us, like dyslexics. How our environment affects us, especially if you're the other side of neurodiverse or like with autism and autistic traits, how this affects us and our brains and the way we operate in this world. So basically, I had a great weekend, a great week before, because I was coming up to this Conquering Dyslexia live thing that's happening this week on Friday in 2 days. And I was working really hard, and I was doing everything so good, and I was loving it. I was really good. And on Saturday, because I didn't go work, I went Costa. First time going Costa in ages. I really enjoyed it. And I came home and I worked really hard. Went to bed like 3 a.m. And Sunday I got up late. Anyway, busy day Sunday. And I normally have this time I do on Sunday. It's like I call my week creation, and I get my plan out for the week, and I sort of plan ahead. Okay, here are my outcomes I want. Outcomes I want with my Conquering Dyslexia Live. Outcomes I want with social media. It's like this podcast. Outcomes I want with these other areas. And so I write the outcome I want. I want to massively improve this. I want to feel amazing. I want to do all this stuff. And I have why. Why do I want to do it? Okay, what's my reasons for doing it? And a lot of it is like, I haven't got a lot of time. A lot of it is because I want to impact people. A lot of it is because I feel it's my purpose. And I go on the action plan. Write down all the actions. And on Sunday, I had a very kind of hectic day. I saw my dad. I had to have 2 meetings for something that's coming up. I was really excited about. And I was doing all this bits. And I know on Sunday is like my rest day. Because if I work really hard, I have to have rest days. Because I can't work all the time. Because my brain will go in over mode. Then I'll spend a couple days wasted, which is kind of what I done. And so anyway, I realised, okay, I wasted all this time on Sunday. I wasted all the time a couple of days, but on Sunday I did my week plan, but I was kind of half-assed, if you know what I mean. And then Monday rolled around. I got up early. I get up like 4:45. It changes. I do my morning ritual things. I feel if I don't do that, I'm not in good stead for the day. And I know it. I can feel it in my body. I'm not recommending for you to do that. I just what works for me. I get up and I go walk the dog and I do certain things. Helps me my confidence. And I go home and work out. And I do all these things. And on Monday, I got up early, but I didn't work out because I felt tired. And I was like, I want to go on my phone and scroll. So I went on my phone and scrolled for half an hour, and that was rubbish. And then I had a shower, got to work, came home, and then home that day, I was a bit annoyed that it didn't work out. And this is my routine. I go home, I do certain things, and I didn't get any work done on Monday. Didn't do anything on Monday. So I really felt really bad about it, and because I was tired, I went to bed at 7:30, I think. And it's really rare for me to be that tired because I normally have a lot of sleep on Sunday. And Tuesday I got up, didn't work out. I slept in. I got home and I did nothing. Absolutely nothing on Tuesday. I tried to do some work, got angry. I got up today, I did nothing all morning. And here's my point. I have these rituals throughout the day because I get up, I do my morning rituals. I do my walking, I think of the right things, and before I go to bed, I do what's called like a creation reflection, where I reflect on the whole day that's happened. What I know, what didn't go good, and I create the next day. Okay, here are my outcomes for the day, and I write it down in my little notebook. Okay, here's the things I want to do. And then I go to bed, okay, and I do a little stretch off, do a little meditation thing, whatever. And I go to bed and I think about it. Okay, this is what I'm going to do the next day. But the last 3 nights, I didn't do that. I didn't do my end creation. I didn't do the things that would have set me up to move forward. And so the reason why I'm saying is that our environment affects us so much. If you make one decision like just going on social media for 5 minutes, that affects us so much in terms of our focus, in terms of what we're going to do. If you decide to go to bed and just eat loads of food in our bed and just go to bed and wake up the next day, that affects us so much. We're not woke up present, we're not woke up in the right momentum, we're not woke up doing the right things. So I know the power of my environment. I know the power of how it affects me so much, and the rituals that I have put in place. I don't follow them 1,000,000%, but I know when I don't follow them, I'm going to fall off the bandwagon. I'm going to do the wrong things. But if I do follow them consistently and make sure it's for me, not so I follow something, it helps me the most. I have to do them all the time, but like, okay, I don't have to stay up this late, I don't have to do these things, but as long as I don't have to like work really hard, but I just have to do these principal things like working out, like getting up, like doing something before I go to bed. Having to do these things is so crucial for me, and I'll strongly argue that they're crucial for you to do something that sets you up for the next day, that sets you up to move forward in a better light, to move forward in a better way. And I know that myself. I know that I call these rituals, are so critical to help me conquer my dyslexia, to help me to have my bar raised high so I know how to deal with things. So imagine you got up and you went for a walk, because this is what I do when I go for a walk. I think of 3 things to be grateful for, feel them, be grateful for them. 3 things I want to have happen. I do incantations and say things to myself, whatever I want to say at that moment. And that feel powerful. I have a good workout for half an hour, and I get in the shower, get in the cold shower, and after the shower, I'm feeling vibrating. My head is focused, my body's focused. I know what I'm going to be doing. After that, do you think I'll take action? Obviously, I'll take action. Obviously, I'll be strong. Obviously, I could cope with problems and challenges that show up in the day. But guess what? If I got up and my alarm goes off, I put it on snooze. If I didn't go to bed, or if I went to bed just eating loads of rubbish and just went to bed, and got up rubbish and I just went out of bed and thinking, okay, let's go out of bed now. Okay, not now. Let's go out of bed. And I didn't go out of bed. And then finally, after so much pain, I dragged myself out of bed, got in the shower, done whatever. Already late start to the day, and then a problem happens, or I need to do something. How do you think I'll act? I'll act in a way that's not best in my interests. I'll act in a way that's rubbish. That's just like it's like reaching for rubbish food, reaching for cheap food. And if we done our work, if we're doing really good, if we have loads of momentum, and that rubbish food is below our ears, it won't take a lot of momentum, a lot of motivation to stop ourselves having it. It's already built itself up. We don't focus on that. We focus on what we want. But if are lazy, like if you feel lazy, if you feel tired, if you feel like we're not focused enough, and that good food is below our nose, most times we don't think about it twice. We just go for it. I'm saying this, really important, that our environment affects us so much. And the environment are what's around us, the people around us. Because I hate staying inside. I know I won't be as productive compared to if I go to Costa and work. I know my environment affects me so much. And these are things that I've learned. And I've seen so much time with so many other people, especially with people that think differently, neurodiverse people or white-sided brain, or however you want to say it. And the reason why I feel this be so valuable is if you're saying, Theo, well, why? Yes, this is interesting for you, but what about me? How can I change my environment so it suits me the best? Number one thing you've got to do is pick something and stay consistent to it. And what I mean is like a starting or ending ritual. So a starting or ending ritual is like, okay, at the start of the day, I'm going to do this to set me up for the day. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do this to set me up for tomorrow. You know what I mean? You're going to stop using your phone for half an hour, and you're going to do this little thing. We're going to write out your plan. You can be focused. Having starting a ritual to the day and having an ending ritual to the day is so important to keeping you focused, keeping you moving forward. Because guess what? If you have one bit of negativity in your morning ritual, it's going to ruin you. You know what I mean? Like our brains are 6 times more perceptive in the morning. It means if someone said something to us in the first half an hour of waking up, we would believe it 6 times more than if someone said it to us in the middle of the day. That's how powerful it is in the mornings. I always recommend listening to positive stuff in the morning. Especially when you're in the shower, when you're going for a walk, when you're doing whatever, listen to positive stuff. And in the evening, you have to plan. And you have to, in the morning, you have to look at your plan, or whenever you look at your plans, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And here's how I'm going to do it. And setting this intent for the day, you will win it. 9 times out of 10, you will win it. Because compared to if you don't set the intent for the day, it will be very hard to build momentum up. Because when things get hard, you'll go back to the old easy ways, won't it? And when we want to do something really powerful in our lives, we've got dyslexia, we want to overcome these challenges, or want to build something, or create that thing, do that, or have confidence in ourselves. It's going to take a lot of us. We have to be the best version of ourselves to do it, aren't we? We have to have the tools necessary to cope with these challenges that we're facing. To do that, we have to have the right rituals in place to affect our environment. So I think the one action step maybe you can take out of today is, what things can I do to affect my environment to set me up better in the future? Like daily rituals. But I think I'd highly recommend do something in the morning, do something in the evening. In the evening to set you up for tomorrow, in the morning set you up for the day. That makes sense. We have to constantly condition ourselves. Our mind is like a muscle, and if you don't use courage, if you don't use faith, if you don't use gratefulness, they'll get diminished. If you don't use happiness, if you don't use joyful, if you don't use, like working through and being disciplined, they'll get weak. You know what I mean? But if you spend all the time in fear, in worry, in anxiety, the more time we do that emotion, the more often we feel it. Same with muscles. If you don't work out a certain muscle group, it will get weak. But if we work out consistently, putting a load on it, it'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. That's the advice I want to give you today. I'm going to do my absolute best to make these as consistent as possible. See you later, guys. Have a good one.